Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language.
Hey, how about we make packaged meals and deliver them to the frontline workers?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, show everyone you still have the goods.
And that I care about my community.
Yeah, not to throw shade, but I haven't seen Nick do anything since becoming mayor.
Mayor Pro Tem. The only thing he's done is extend the public library's summer hours.
Look, while spiteful philanthropy can do just as much good, we're talking about 100 meals here, and that's no easy feat in our kitchen.
I'll ask Preacher if we can food prep at the bar. Oh, and maybe Aunt Connie will lend us the bakery trucks to deliver them. And I'll contact the local news, get you some press.
Oh, do you think this is the best idea given your TBI?
Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we kind of are attracted to men who are falling off the wagon.
Childhood trauma, hello.
My name's Amy Archer. I'm here with the spaghetti to my meatball, my BFF, Steph. Hi, Steph.
What's up?
What's up? The opening scene, guys, I'm just jumping right in. We're talking Virgin River, Season 5, Episode 3, Calculated Risk. That opening scene, we need to unpack this.
Please.
Because there's a couple things happening with Virgin River this season. One of them is they're really like making Jack just the most boring person on earth.
I know.
We got a glimpse of what is possible in this scene. And the scene I'm talking about is when Jack is it's a dream, but he's at I guess it's like an engagement party, right?
Yes, that's what I took it to be, yeah.
And he's drinking, he drinks way too much. And Steph, go.
It's the hottest thing I've ever seen. Why is he? And like the drunker and more belligerent he gets, the hotter. I'm like, yeah. Like, what is wrong with me?
I want to say this. Drunk men in real life don't appeal to me.
No.
There's something about Jack that I know it's like a controlled burn. It's like a calculated risk. Like, you know that Jack is only going to do this once. This is not going to be a nightly occurrence.
No.
The rest of the nights, he's going to be rubbing your shoulders with 85 candles lit in his apartment.
He's going to be like living on the edge, just waiting for one of those to spark an ember somewhere.
But like, there was something about this that I was just like,
I know. I thought the exact same thing. I was
what
like,
does that say about us?
It's so fun. I don't even know, but like he's dancing and like he's really good at playing a drunk guy. I will say, like he's great at it.
Yeah, because I think he is like he's good looking in this, but I think he has way more potential than we're tapping into here.
Hell yes,
like
yes.
He needs to do something terrible to Mel. Like he needs to turn toxic. Then there'll be more. I know. On script.
But that's the thing. Is he toxic? Because I think he might be. You don't think he is even a little bit?
No.
All right.
I think he could be. He has the potential.
Right.
But they're not letting him play.
He is just not going there.
We're so sick. We are so sick. Guys, I want to tell you what happened to me. I was scrolling along on Facebook, minding my own goddamn business. And I belong to like a couple Virgin River groups just because I like to promote the podcast.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, across my screen comes a huge spoiler, which, I'm sure many of you know already, but I didn't know, and I'm not saying it.
Please don't.
But I didn't know, and I made Steph know it now. So now we can't unknow it.
So pissed.
It's so funny because this happens to us all the time where we're watching a show and I'll be like, oh my God, I got spoiled. Or you'll be like, oh my God, I got spoiled. And then the other one wants to know.
I know.
But it's like we go through the charade of like, I don't want to know, don't tell me.
Or I'm going to protect you from knowing.
Yes.
And no, I'm not. I'm going to pretend I am, but then I'm just going to rub it in your face until you beg me to tell you.
100% that's exactly what happened. Because I was like, this has ruined it for me. and I don't want to ruin your experience is what I was saying to you. And then we hop on, I'm like, here's what happened.
We're the worst.
So I'm spoiled. I'm gonna do my best to not. I'm not spoiled on many things, but there's one thing I'm spoiled on, and I'm just going to not let it affect me best I can.
We'll try.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay,
We'll try.
so let's start this bit, shall we? Virgin River, like I said, season 5, episode 3, Calculated Risks. We open on the hottest Jack scene ever. And I'm going to go character by character again. And I have it structured that we start with Jack and we end with Mel and then Preacher, who is Frozone from The Invincibles, but we'll get to it. Okay. So, Jack and Mel are at what looks like their engagement party, and Jack is drinking. And he's like looking at Mel like, should I have a drink? And she's like, have a drink. It's not a big deal. And then he just gets drunker and drunker. And Steph and I are leaning in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we are here for it. We're here for it. We're here for it. His hair's all floppy.
Oh, yeah. He's dancing.
He's in a messy tux.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Is it the messy tux?
It could be the dress up. It could be the dress up.
Be.
I'm like a real sucker for a guy who's dressed up lately.
Same. Mm-hmm. Always.
So then he sees his brother, and we have yet another night terror to unpack here. I put a note here that we should start a bingo card, and Jack having a night terror is definitely on that bingo card.
Oh my God. I'm totally having bingo cards printed and I'm mailing them to everyone. We should do a live bingo. Like a Zoom bingo.
I have it in another place too. Jack having a night terror is one of them. And then I have another bingo somewhere else, which I'll find. So, of course, this can't stand, and he has to unpack this with Barry. And then I just wrote, now he's waking up. It's morning.
I know.
He's on some like Lauren Ashley sheets, which are beautiful. I love the sheets. They have every candle lit in that house in the morning.
I know. I hate this.
What is happening?
I don't know, but all I could think of is how hot it must be in there.
Are they sleeping with the candles on?
They completely are.
I'm starting to wonder, are they LED candles that Mel just hits a button and they all light up?
Well, we're going to have to write it and ask, because it's to the point now where I'm concerned for their safety.
I'm starting to wonder if they have electricity.
Oh, they have to, right? They have to.
They have to because they're cooking. But
yeah, true. But
they use these candles. I don't see any lights on in there ever.
Ever, no. It's weird.
It's real weird. And when that Grace Valley fire starts, look no further than Jack's and Mel's cabin.
Mel's cabin, yeah. I mean, these people should know better. They just should. She's a nurse. He's burned down a house already. Like, what is happening?
He seems to have no job. I don't know what's going on.
Right. Well, nobody has a job in Virgin River.
Speaking of, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, can you imagine? Like, I know, like, if I light candles in my room and like leave the door closed, it gets warm in there. I don't like that feeling.
It's got to be 9,000 degrees in there.
I bet it feels like a sauna. There's no fresh, it's all stagnant sex air in there.
Do you want to hear something?
Well, I'm gonna. Go ahead.
My mom heats her apartment with a candle. She's so fucking weird. What? She has a tiny apartment. And in the winter, instead of putting on her heat, she'll put like 2 or 3 candles on her living room table. And she's like, oh, that's enough heat. That's all I need.
No one can see my face right now.
It
Donna,
tracks, though, doesn't it?
Donna, if you're listening.
Yeah,
of course.
She's not listening. There is a real life Jack's Place restaurant. You know this. That set is a real restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I put the link in the Facebook group.
What?
Backdoor Friends, guys, if you're looking. Yeah, so we can go there. We can go there.
Where is it?
It's in British Columbia. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away on the other side of the country.
I know, but I've always wanted to go there.
I know, me too. Okay.
Is this where we have to go for our next momcation?
Timmy would murder me. He's been wanting to take me to BC for like years. Maybe.
Well, I mean, we just don't tell him. We'll tell him we're going somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll tell him we're going to Atlantic City on a bus.
So, he would never believe that.
We need to talk about Barry, who I'm calling the worst therapist ever.
I hate him. He's an
He's
asshole.
he's a terrible therapist, guys.
He's terrible.
Take it from somebody who works with therapists, who has been with a therapist. You've been with 85 therapists.
I've been in therapy for 15 years.
Barry is a terrible therapist. He gets this all wrong.
All wrong.
Jack is like, why am I dreaming about slipping off the wagon? And Barry says, now, no therapist would start a sentence this way.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm no Freud, but no,
No, sir. No,
no.
sir. No,
Mm-mm.
sir.
Well, I'm no Freud, but this could have something to do with your need to always be in control.
Shut up, sir.
And Jack's like, this is the Marine in me. And then I wrote, I can't even write what this guy's saying because he's so off the mark here.
I can't.
He's so
It's
off the
bad.
mark. It's so wrong.
It's bad.
Basically, he tells Jack that when he drinks, he doesn't have control. So do something that could get you killed, like a calculated risk.
I can't.
It's so bad. So Jack decides, okay, I got to start taking risks now. And I'm going to go rock climbing.
Though.
Yeah, I'm going to go rock climbing with Denny.
Denny, who has Huntington's disease and supposedly is on the verge of like he's going to die soon.
Now, we need to talk about Denny because I'm starting to think, first I was like, I really like this character.
Mm-mm.
And then I'm like, is it because I think he's one of the only people who can act? Is that terrible?
You think Denny can act?
I know. Am I like seeing things through rose-colored glasses? Am I like in a Benadryl haze at night?
You must be. I think you're looking at him with like mom goggles and you're like, oh, I'm so proud of my boy. Look at him. Because
Maybe.
he's not, dude. They're
Maybe.
all terrible. Let's be real. They're all terrible.
We forgot to talk about this.
What?
First of all, people in the Facebook group have joined into the conversation, said they 100% would bang Doc. Okay.
Of course.
So we don't need to feel bad about that anymore. But second of all, in the Hot Jack flashback dream sequence, Doc is looking good.
Doc, I'm telling you. You guys no one needs to convince me of Doc's hotness because it's there. It is alive and well, better than his vision. It is there, and I'm here for it because I love a hot old guy.
He's all dressed up. He's like he's like manhandling Jack at one point and like looking happy about it. And I'm like, okay. Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. I get behind that. And he looks so good. And he's hot. I'm not just gonna say it.
I couldn't call him Vernon. I'd have to call him Doc while it was happening.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
No.
Okay. So Jack goes rock climbing with Denny, and later when he is climbing, he has a flashback of his brother again. Oh, that's it. The flashback of the brother would be on the bingo card.
Oh my God.
He falls, but Denny catches him.
Of course.
Okay.
Denny, who's like a 17-year-old boy dying from an incurable neurological disease.
How dare you? Denny is like 20.
It is like catching Jack's body, like dangling from a cliff. First of all, that's not rock climbing. That's cliff climb. That's like
that's like
what
scaling.
Is it called?
Cliff
scaling?
Scaling?
That's like scaling walls. That is not rock climbing.
Mm-hmm.
And no one. Okay, if I know how to go rock climbing and I'm taking you for your first time, I'm not leaving you scaling a wall by yourself while I sit up top and tell you what to do. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Just know,
look.
If I'm taking you to do something dangerous, I'm at least going to try to get you fucking through it instead of like...
First of all, good luck trying to get me to do anything dangerous. Second of all, I wouldn't go near a rock to rock climb it for all the money in the world.
All I could think of is the time we went camping and I forced you to go in the water and take a picture and send it to your mother.
No.
Remember?
No,
there's that
like
picture
water.
of you in the lake?
Yes. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So now we're going to scoot over to Bree and Brady. And Brady is rocking a suit, and his joke about his birthday suit may have cost him favor in my eyes. I don't know if I like him anymore after this. It's so bad.
It was real bad, and I'm so glad you caught that because I caught it, and I was like, if she has nothing to say about this, I have to question our friendship.
Second of all, the suit that he was wearing is all wrong.
All wrong.
It looks like when we got married, Timmy still had the suit he graduated high school in.
That's 100% what it was.
That's all he had to wear. That's all he had to wear, so he wore it.
Mhm,
We
mhm.
know styles have changed from Brady's graduation, which was probably 2005. He's probably 10 years younger than me, like in his mid 30s, right? Early 30s, maybe.
I would say early, yeah. God, are we that old now?
So
But,
let's say
like,
he graduated in
people
2010. Styles have
alright.
changed, Brady.
I
And
know.
he's built like Timmy. He's
Yeah, he
tall and
is.
he's lean. He needs to wear the slim fitted suit. That's what I buy for
Mhm.
Timmy, the slim fit shirts. Patrick's built the same way.
Mhm, mhm.
And the nice tight fitting tapered suit coat. What are you doing? You're
I don't
wearing
know.
a suit that looks like,
Like,
I don't know, somebody in 1984 wore.
it's real bad. It's
It's real
real
bad.
bad. This whole scene was super weird. I didn't like this.
So she's like, "Oh, you're in a suit." And he's like, "Do you like it better than my other suit, my
I
birthday suit?" And I was immediately like, "Okay, your stock just dropped in my
Mhm.
eyes.
That was
Take
real
me
lame.
take me back to
Real
Hot Jack at the
lame.
party.
I
Take me
know.
back to Hot Drunk Jack." So, he has a clip-on tie. I can't even get into this. Brady
Mm-mm.
is heading to Jeb's funeral, a dude he barely knows. Now, remember, this is the dude he found face down in fentanyl last episode.
I can't.
He says he'll come right back, and Bree says, "Oh, like my hunky boomerang?" Who's writing this? Who is writing this?
Ew, I know. It's so lame. It's so lame.
It's so lame. So Bree has a phone call. She has to chat with her lawyer about all of her past sins, including, can I have a drum roll? Can I have a drum roll, please? Her Xanax addiction. Dun, dun, dun. She was addicted to Xanax, and she used to mix those bad boys with some alcohol, and that's when her sexual assault happened. And now this dude is trying to pin her as an addict.
So, addicted to Xanax, do you think she went to rehab? Did she go to rehab, or do you think
Um,
she just, like, cold turkey did it on her own?
do I think Bree went to rehab? No, I think she just cold turkey did it on her own. This is why I love you.
Well, because she's acting like she was, like, sucking dirty dick for, like, Santa. Like, she's acting like she was a crack whore or
I
something, like,
know.
on the street
I know. She's like,
corner.
"I have something to tell you that I'm not proud of," and we're all
Like,
like,
this is
"Oh, what is
oh,
this?"
yeah. Like, I'm one of the ladies at the knitting table. Like, seriously. But, like, they're acting like, when she says, okay, like, does she mean, like, I popped a couple Xannies a few times with a glass
Do
of
you know
wine because
I've never taken a Xanax?
I have. That's why
I've
I'm
never
saying
taken.
this.
What does it do?
It just makes you feel tired, which
Okay,
I like. I like that
okay,
feeling. I
okay.
would totally be
So
at,
it,
like,
like,
a
relaxes you. So, like, if you have anxiety or you're upset about
yes.
something, that's
That's what it
okay.
is. It's
Okay.
like an
Alright.
anti-anxiety
So if she's
medication.
doing that and she's mixing it with alcohol, which is a downer as well,
Yeah, she's just like, "Eh." Like, but what
okay.
I'm saying is she's acting like she had
She's
this,
she's
like,
acting like she's burnt on
but that's what
fentanyl.
I'm saying. That's so, like, when I said, "Did she go to rehab?" Like, are we blowing this out of proportion? Because, like,
So,
come on.
well, later she runs into Jeb's wife at the farmer's market, and I just wrote, "Ruh-roh." Like, oh. And Colleen spills the beans that Brady and Jeb were besties, and that Jeb OD'd on fentanyl.
Yep,
And Bree's
and
like, "Oh yeah, I knew that."
I know. How
So
could she not know?
I don't know. They were fixing bikes up together.
Bikes,
Like,
I
did she
know,
never
like,
hear this guy's name?
I know. Or, like, does she know literally nothing about Brady's life, truly, if you think about it?
Brady is a tortured man of secrets.
Well,
So,
I understand that.
yeah, which
I'm
is part of the
married.
attraction. Right.
I am married to a tortured man of secrets. I get it.
So Bree gets home and Brady has a romantic setup in the backyard. Now he is in her backyard. This is so fantastic
I
because he's
know.
in her backyard and he has candles lit, of course, because they have stocking candles. and he has a projector. Now, you've done this projector thing with
Yeah, I
your
have
boys and
one.
stuff, right? You
Yeah,
have
we
one.
used yes, we used to throw a scary movie
A
Halloween
Halloween
party
party.
every year.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's going to play Legally Blonde, which if your girlfriend's favorite movie is Legally Blonde,
Um,
rethink some things, guys.
rethink a lot of things. Start spending more time with Jeb and less time with your girlfriend because
I
that's
want
lame.
if there are any male listeners, and I'm sure there are none, or lady loving ladies, okay? If your girlfriend's favorite movie is Legally Blonde, you need to dump her and then look for somebody whose favorite movie is Titanic. That's how it has to work.
My God, that's even worse.
All right, so
No.
he's gonna show her Legally
Uh,
Blonde, but Bree is not here to play. And she's like, you're a liar, and
get
I
the fuck
know about
out.
Jeb being face down in the fentanyl. And Brady's like, wait a minute. He tries to explain, and Bree
Yeah.
does this baller move, right? Where she steps inside her house, says goodnight to him, shuts all the lights off, and locks the door. So now he's stranded in her backyard.
This is we might need to cut this, but we might not. I actually did this to Pat once when we were dating.
You stranded him in your backyard.
We got into a fight. Guys, this was like a million
I'm
years
not cutting
ago.
this. I'm not cutting this.
Okay, we got into a fight because he's gonna hate me for
Okay,
sharing
you got
this,
into a fight over something stupid. We don't need to do that. But
but I might need to. I think that's the best part. So
oh, okay.
he called me his ex-wife's name when we were dating.
Okay. I'm gonna come to Patrick's defense here, like I always do, because he's my husband. When I first got with Timmy, I would call him by my ex-husband's name once in a while. Like
Yeah, no,
it was usually in a sleep-deprived state or when I wasn't paying attention.
so he had just finished doing like a crazy project and he was super tired and he
Yeah.
accidentally called and I overreacted and got mad and took his keys and told him to leave and I threw them out in the backyard. I'm like, get out of the house.
Oh, wait a minute.
And
So
I
you
threw the
lured
keys.
him into the backyard and trapped him there.
And then I locked the door. And he was out there like searching for his keys.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
It's fucking great. It's so great. I'm such an asshole.
Okay, but your backyard, he could easily climb the fence.
He totally, dude, of
Your
course.
fence
I'm
is
just
3
saying
feet
it.
high. Bree has like a 10-foot privacy fence.
Oh, no,
I don't know how he's
I
getting
have-
out of this.
I have a privacy fence. He was stuck back there. It was ridiculous. I'm just saying, I was real dumb. And it
I
just
kind of
made
love
me,
it. I
I
kind of
love
love
it too, because
Mhm.
it's totally like, obviously I was not totally immature, but like looking back now, I'm like, oh God, that was
Well,
a
that was how
real,
many years ago?
that was a real move that you pull in your 20s. And I was in my 20s. So
Were you really?
I was 29, wasn't I? No, I was
No,
30.
you weren't. How long have you been with him?
13 years.
Oh, okay.
13 years. I was 30. Regardless, I'm just saying, you
30
guys.
is a baby. Okay.
I'm admitting my assholiness. I'm just saying I did it. Like I lured the motherfucker out there and then left him there.
Well, Bree does like the Homer Simpson into the bushes back into her dark house. Like she
That
just
was
fades
so
away.
fucking great.
Brady's sitting there.
The Homer Simpson. You guys, first of all, I wish everybody could just see you actually reenact the Homer Simpson in the bushes. Because that was the best part of this whole podcast.
I don't know what people think of these podcasts. If they're like, I can't stand these two laughing the
I
entire
know.
time, or I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Okay,
Guys, come at us.
all right. Let's regain our composure here.
I don't
Okay,
know if I can. This whole episode is like this.
we have important things to get to, like Doc, Lizzy, and Hope.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
So they're hot Doc. So they're watching the fire
We have
cover.
another HD because we just do it everywhere we go.
So
Hot
they're
doc.
hot Doc. There we go. So they're watching the fire coverage, and Lizzy comes up with an idea to make prepackaged meals for the frontline workers, because this is what 20-year-olds are thinking about. Like this 20-year-old is just like, Why don't we make prepackaged meals and bring
Yeah.
them to the firefighters on the front lines?
Wait
Okay.
a minute. My favorite part is Doc says something. They're all reading. The worst part of this episode is the three of them in this scene, well, the four of them are all reading from a script. Like
Oh,
they're reading.
100%.
Here's Doc. Well, why don't we focus on the blessings at hand? Like, stop it. Stop it.
You mean it sounds like they're at like a play rehearsal in 6th grade?
Yes.
Yes.
He's holding his notes and he's
Here,
like,
here. I'll be Lizzy. Ready?
Right.
Why can't
It was Hope.
I hate
actually.
you so much. Okay.
It was Hope.
It was Hope.
Hope
No,
watching.
it was Lizzy who wants to help people.
Right, but before that started, it was Hope going.
Okay, I'll be Hope. I'll
At
be
the
Hope
screen.
and Lizzy. Okay,
Go
ready?
ahead.
Okay, I'll be Hope. I don't know why we can't do things for the people of Grace Valley. This is so terrible.
Hope. We need to focus on the blessings in front of us. Just focus on the good things we have, on the blessings we have.
Now I'm Lizzy. Why don't we bring prepackaged meals to the frontline workers and help them put out the fire?
That's an excellent idea. I'm going to call off from the clinic today and I'm going to join you.
And then camera pans in on you as you rub your left eye menacingly. Okay. So, wait, you didn't. No, let's go back.
No, we don't have to do it again.
No, you didn't do the TBI with Hope. Ready?
Oh
yeah, Lizzy, that's a great idea because then I can show everyone that I'm so awesome still.
You need to calm down. This TBI is out of control. You're losing it. I've had enough. If I have to hear TBI one more time, hold on. This TBI is a blessing. Let's focus on our blessings, Hope. I can't. And
Vernon, you're reading the wrong page. Okay.
I can't see. Wait.
This is
my eyes.
This is what I have on the bingo card. Hope's TBI.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yes.
Oh my God. I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Now Doc makes a face. We know something's wrong with him. Later, he makes an eye appointment and Muriel is on to him. Question about Muriel real quick. Does she have a life or does she now just work for free? Because she comes in the clinic on her day off.
Muriel, the town tramp, is just following Doc around, knowing all of his secrets and having all of the answers to his problems all the time. That's her job.
Can I make an admission to you?
Yes.
I like Muriel. She's one of my favorite characters.
I fucking love Muriel. She's the town tramp. Of course I love her.
I like Muriel, and I hope she wins Doc from Hope.
I could get behind that.
Okay, all right.
I don't really.
Doc would be all freaky with her.
Totally. Well, he would be living his best fucking life.
Yes,
Let me
would.
tell you right
yes,
now.
He would.
And he deserves that. He's put up with a lot of this TBI shit.
So later,
everyone in Doc's life is tragic. He had a son he didn't know that's fucking dead. He's got a wife that he cheated on, but whatever. But that has a TBI. Now he's got he can't fucking see. He's got a grandson that's fucking deteriorating. His life sucks. Throw Hot Doc a bang. Somebody throw him a bang.
Muriel, get in there.
Muriel, the town tramp, is gonna throw Doc a bang because he deserves one.
Muriel is everything. I love her. So later, Lizzy's loading up the sandwiches, and her mom, Deirdre, shows up. They literally went to a high school acting class and grabbed the teacher, and that's who the actress is because she's terrible.
Oh, yeah, she's terrible.
I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry, actress, but the character's not good. So she shows up and she's all like, I can get you into college now. And Lizzy says, I don't want to go to college. Yeah. And you were a terrible parent, and I was raised by nannies. And then I forgot, Lizzy's supposed to be like a juvenile delinquent, but here she is making prepackaged meals for firefighters.
Thank you. Virgin River turned her that quickly?
Yeah. It takes longer.
Well, so, I mean, does it really though? Because Charmaine's still pregnant.
Charmaine is still pregnant.
Is it that long? It's so fucking bizarre. But she showed up a juvenile delinquent and is somehow I don't know, in the Peace Corps now? I just don't get it. Whatever.
So there's a scene between Joellen and Hope is mad. So remember when Hope went against her doctor's orders and drove with her TBI
Yes, of course
and
I do.
and had a little fender bender? Well, I guess Joellen ran and told Nick, the drug kingpin sister or
Whatever.
brother, and Nick, now knows about and used that to overthrow her as mayor. So Hope is not happy with Joellen. All right, now the press shows up because of course they do. They have nothing else to cover.
Well, they don't.
Even the fire's raging behind them.
The fire's raging, but
The press
what's
shows Go
go ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
The press shows up and they want to interview Hope and she steps aside and she says, "This was all Lizzie's idea."
I
And
was
Lizzie's
really
mother's like, "Wow, you actually can do something."
yeah. Mhm. That was really big of Hope, I felt like, because we know she wants the credit for fucking everything. And she's irritating,
Yeah.
even though whatever, she's Hope, it is what it is. But I appreciated that for Lizzie.
I did too. I don't hate Lizzie.
I don't hate Lizzie at all.
Mm-mm.
Like,
And I
not at
don't hate
all.
Denny. This is what I'm talking about. At this point, these two are the only thing I'm watching it for.
I kind of
And
hate Denny.
and hoping and sitting and praying that Jack falls off the wagon. That's what I'm
No,
watching the show for.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I hate Denny.
Oh,
Denny's
I
turned
don't
into
hate
my
Denny.
least favorite.
I don't hate Denny.
He's the most fake out of all of them. No teenage 20-year-old boy shows up in Virgin River wanting to like save America. Get out of here.
I know. I know. I
He's
know.
annoying. He's annoying.
So Lizzie's mom chills out a little bit later. We see her again, and she's telling Lizzie, like, "Okay, I've decided not to be such an asshole. Your second nanny told your third nanny to tell me that you don't have to go to college if you don't want to. But if you choose not to, you're cut off." So
Yeah,
I didn't
what?
know that Lizzie was like a trust fund baby.
I didn't either.
And this does
Didn't
not
either.
track with how Connie's living because Connie's not living high and she's
No,
this girl's mother.
I know.
She's Deirdre's mother, right? That's what I think.
No, I think she's
Oh, could she be
no,
the
she's the
father's mother?
aunt. I thought she was like the grandmother's sister or something.
Okay, I thought Connie was Lizzie's grandmother. Is she not? You're right. She might be
No, because
the
she
aunt.
calls her Aunt Connie.
Yeah, you're right. She does.
So
Okay.
she's either like somebody's older sister.
Well, she is not Deirdre's sister because those two women do not belong to the same gene pool. Maybe she's the father's sister.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
We don't know about that. We don't know anything about the father.
So now we have Cameron and Muriel. We're going to scoot over to them.
Mm.
The episode in the beginning, Cameron was stalking Mel on her morning run and it got real awkward. And his sweat is in
Oh
a
my God.
perfect V. Like somebody just clearly
Put like cardboard over it.
yes.
The rest of him just sprayed him with a hose
Yes,
or a spray bottle. Like was like here. They held up like a like what do you call it? Like a template, and we're like
yes. Yes.
all
Yes.
around it.
Yep.
What?
Yep. 100%.
It's so weird.
And
Oh, I hate
and
him.
he's like, "How's Jack?" Like, stop.
Just stop.
Cameron, stop.
Cameron and Denny can both go lay in the trash pile together because
How
I
dare
hate
you?
the
Do
two of
not put
them.
Denny on there. Do
I hate
not.
the two of them. You heard it
Cameron
first.
later Cameron comes back to the clinic and he wants to know how to handle this shit with Mel and he starts talking to Muriel about it. And Muriel's like, "Look, just stay out of other people's relationships. Like I was trying to bang Doc and get him away from Hope and that didn't work."
Didn't work.
And then that
So
reminded me that we need Muriel and Doc together.
yeah. So she's like, I had to take a different approach.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I had to sloop in the back door.
I had to give Hope a TBI.
Yeah. She
That's
had
why
to
I was asking you, how did Hope originally get this TBI? I forget. She was in a bad accident, right?
she was in an accident when she was driving home from the aunts, remember?
Yeah, something happened.
She
Yeah.
went somewhere to take
During
care of a
COVID, she was
family
gone. Yeah.
member, and then
Mhm.
on her way home, she crashed. At least
So
I could be wrong because I'm always getting the details wrong, but that's what I remember.
so they get a call from a firefighter named Kaya. Now, just when I thought the acting on this show couldn't get worse, we have Kaya.
Please, can we just, before we even go into this, please tell me that you thought of me when this fucking scene was happening and you knew that I was going ape shit at the television.
The delivering of the baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Oh my God.
So she's with Mel. Now, the actress is beautiful,
Oh my god, she's stunning. She has the most beautiful complexion I've literally ever
and she
seen.
has
She's
gorgeous blue
gorgeous.
eyes.
She's beautiful.
But she's not like, I don't like the character.
I
Like, I
don't
don't know what's
either.
happening. Okay.
I don't either.
So she's with a pregnant lady stranded on a road that's closed, and this pregnant woman is Mel's
Patient.
patient, and she wants Mel. So why don't you tell everyone what happens next, Steph? Mel comes into the clinic, and what happens?
You guys, it's so bad. So she's somehow with that idiot trying to like coach Kaya through, delivering this baby.
On FaceTime.
And on FaceTime, no one's even looking between her legs to see if
Okay, I
this
have that
baby is
yes, I
crowning.
have that right here. They don't even have that phone up in her
No,
vagina.
what?
They
No.
have it like off to the side.
Yeah, like looking from the side angle. Like, no, we don't tell someone to push if we don't know if there's a head sticking out, a foot sticking out. We don't know what's happening there. Is that baby crowning? What is even happening?
What does crowning mean?
When the head's coming through.
Oh, okay. Ugh.
Like, but okay, no, I don't even. I might need you to conduct this because I'm gonna I'm losing it.
So
So I'm
here's what
like,
happens. Some major events happen during this.
oh
Because of
my
course it
god,
can't be an easy birth.
of
The
course not.
mother passes
Passes.
out.
You guys, you guys. All right, this is where. All right, you have to understand. In a previous life, I was obsessed with childbirth, and
I thought you should have been a midwife.
well, that was the whatever. I always wanted to be a midwife when I grew up,
Mhm,
when I was little.
mhm,
But anyway,
mhm.
regardless, but I also there's not a well there are people, but there are few people on the planet that know more about like diabetes, hypoglycemia, all of the blood sugar shit than I do. This does not happen in this way. Let me just tell you. No one just like passes out. That's not how it happens.
I'm laughing at your face. You just went
I
I
I
wish
have
people could see it.
I have seen this more times than I can count. I have experienced this in my own life, not with myself, but like with my father. That's not how this happens. Nobody just passes out like that. And then you're like, oh, just rub some glucose on her cheek and she just magically pops right back to life. That
Mhm,
doesn't
mhm.
happen.
That's not how it
If
works?
anything, no. Like when you're trying to get someone's blood sugar to come back up, it doesn't just spike right back up and they're like back to normal. It's
No,
like a
no.
slow
My
burn.
understanding is it takes a while.
It's a
I thought maybe the
slow
gel was, like, super
I mean,
glucose
it's
filled.
super concentrated, but like
Mhm.
she wouldn't just wake up and be able to start pushing again like that didn't happen. She
And
would be
she's
like,
and
"Eh."
she's Mel's patient, and
Yeah.
Mel's not like, "This woman's a diabetic," or, "This woman
Or
has"
she would know if she had gestational diabetes.
Right, right.
Like, no, this is bullshit. This whole fucking scene is bullshit. Whoever wrote this did zero fucking research on pregnancy, birth, blood sugar, diabetes, anything.
Mhm,
No one did
mhm.
any research when they wrote this, and it drove me crazy.
I'm shocked.
I
I'm
know, but
shocked.
like, come on,
Mhm,
you guys.
mhm.
Like, you can't blow a medical scene that badly.
Well, then
It's so
it gets
bad.
even better because then the mother wakes up and pushes, the
I
baby comes
know.
out and it's not breathing.
Of
Of
course.
course it's
Of course it's
not.
not. Of course
So,
it's not
Kaya
breathing.
has to give CPR to the baby.
But I did love how Mel was able to, because she didn't think about looking at her vag, looking for a baby's head or a foot, but she did think to say, don't forget a towel. That shit's going to be fucking slippery when it pops out of there.
Yes, and she did say, "Don't forget tiny little breaths." Now,
I know.
that's helpful because if I was
That
giving a
was
baby
helpful.
CPR, I think I would have went in there like
I would have blown that fucking baby to smithereens
blown
unintentionally.
his lungs right open.
Like there would have just been like, it would have been like a baby explosion
But
because
that's something you don't think about. The
I
average
would,
person would not think
no,
about that.
that I fucking appreciated because I didn't think of that.
Okay,
Oh
so
my god.
so Mel gets through the trauma of this,
My
and
blood pressure is
she
really
runs
high
ba
right now.
she runs back to her candlelit cabin, where Jack is waiting. This is what Mel and Jack do every night. Like, I don't know if you and Pat are doing this every night, but Timmy and
Oh,
I are
every.
not doing this. They're sitting on the love seat, surrounded by candles, and he's just massaging her, and they're talking about their day.
All right, I have to
Okay.
talk about something else.
Okay.
About the candles. I noticed not only are they on the tables, on dressers,
They're
on
up
ledges,
high on the
they're in the
mantle.
rafters.
Yes.
They're
How
in
do
the
they
rafters.
reach those? Is Jack
That's
running
what I
around
was
with a
gonna say.
step ladder every night?
That's what I thought too. Who the hell?
Mm-hmm.
How much time does it take them to climb up there and light all these motherfuckers? They're
That's
in
why
the rafters.
That's why I'm wondering if they are on LED remote and she just goes and they all light.
I hope they are, because somebody's got to take, like, what was that? Like, wait, what was his name? Hold up.
Smokey the Bear.
No, in Love and Death, the guy that I used to do.
Oh, Alan Gore.
Alan Gore. It's like you need an Alan Gore lunch hour to light all the candles in this fucking cabin. We need an Alan Gore lunch hour just to
3
light all.
hours. 3 hours.
It takes an Alan Gore lunch hour to set this fucking scene. I can't. And it's their life. They must have somebody that they pay to do this. I don't understand.
When was the last time you saw Jack at the bar?
Good point. Because Preacher, as we're about to find out, has got his own set of shit going on in the bar that Jack, I don't think, would be too happy about.
So
Not
now
gonna lie.
let me just finish the scene at the candlelit cabin. So Jack is telling Mel that he's decided to take Nick's sister, aka Drug Nana, up on her investment in the mobile park or whatever he's building. And
the
then
Airstream park that I'm
Airstream park.
secretly obsessed with, because I want an Airstream in the worst way.
Well, then they decide that they're going to go away for a little bit and camp.
Who wants first? Okay. Newsflash, if any dude is listening, which I'm sure you're not, but just in the chance that you are.
It's that one guy who's listening.
One guy. Do not take your pregnant wife, girlfriend,
camping.
Neighbor. Anyone you know that's pregnant. Do not take that bitch camping.
Do not.
Take your fucking self camping and leave her alone in a nice bathtub with all those candles.
Take her to a 5-star hotel on the beach.
Yeah, or you know what? Just don't take her anywhere. Taking her
Let
camping
her decide. Let her decide.
Right, but taking her camping is a goddamn fucking insult.
It's ridiculous.
Get out of here.
So now we go to Preacher, who I've done extensive research on this because I can't figure out who he looks like. And then it occurred to me he looks like Frozone from The Invincibles.
It's the greatest goddamn thing ever.
He is Frozone, 100%.
He's a million%.
I don't want to hate Preacher. I really don't want to hate him.
I know.
But he's the worst character on earth.
He really is.
He really is.
I don't hate him. He's just...
And I feel like they don't know what to do with him.
They don't, because he just oozes cheese all over the place.
Yeah. So he's at this bar. So first, let me back up. He's at the front lines to feed the firefighters.
Because he was able to run the restaurant and prepare a million meals and get them all delivered. And yeah, I can't.
And Kaya comes up and he's like, I have one. Here's his acting. I have one sandwich left. Would you like it? Okay. So then she comes into the bar and she just flat out seduces him. Like Michelle Pfeiffer crawling on the piano in the Fabulous Baker Boys.
Oh my God.
Like she just gets up on that bar and she is slinking around in this halter top, which, you know, she looks amazing in.
She does look amazing.
And
but then she does like the thing where she's like, they pan back and we see her like turning around at the bar. And then she does like the Bob Fosse sort of like, I'm going to pretend I'm dancing and hand my, like, I can't get out of here.
This is so not bad. Well done. This is not so well done. No.
So bad.
And then Preacher like grabs her and like air humps her a little bit. And it's not sexy. I want to apologize to the backdoor friend who asked me, could I watch Virgin River with my kid? Because I was like, yeah, it's super clean. What they are trying to do here, I have no idea. But they cannot be sexy because they don't do it well.
They did it. They started this in the last episode, though, when they had Bree in the kitchen talking about Preacher getting laid. You're right. They don't know what to do with him. That's exactly what's happening.
What is happening?
And I told you from the beginning that I didn't understand his place in the show. Other than you said he's going to be Jack's ride or die, which he isn't. It's weird. It's super, super weird.
Super weird. So that's it. That's the episode. We end with those two banging.
All right. A couple things I have questions on.
Okay.
One, is Bert okay? Number one. I need a follow-up on Bert.
I hate you so much. I just almost spit out my coffee.
I need a follow-up on Bert. Did he survive the fentanyl? Is he okay? Did they at least give him a tetanus shot because he got cut on that rusty rim?
What's your next question? I hate you.
Where is Charmaine? She just disappeared.
She's in month 5 of her pregnancy. Leave her alone. No one is going to listen to this. Anyone listening is like, I'm never listening to these two idiots again.
No.
It's all we do is laugh at each other.
I've been shedding tears this whole time. I need to know if Bert's okay. It's the only thing I care about.
We need eyes on Bert. We hope Bert did not go the way of Jeb, face down in a pile of fentanyl, but you never know.
Where is Stevie Nicks this episode?
Oh, yeah, she's gone. She's gone.
She's just gone.
She's Carly Simon, by the way. Well, though she could be Stevie Nicks. She's like a cross between the two.
I know. Could she be?
She's Carly Nicks.
Stevie Simon. I hate you.
All right, guys, we got to end this.
You guys, I'm sorry. I apologize.
We will be back. As you guys know, I had a death in the family, so I had a family funeral. So these are going to be a little bit later, but we will be back with episode 2, hopefully tomorrow. If we get up at the crack of dawn once again,
we can
and get this done. Yeah, because I already have the notes for the next episode, which will be episode 4.
I haven't watched, but I'll do it tonight.
Get ready. And it's the most boring episode.
If you guys want to hear people discuss shows like normal people, hop over and listen to Amy and Amanda on one of the shows they're covering, because that's where you get real recaps, not this bullshit I'm involved in.
This is fun trash. Amanda and I are doing, what are we doing? Oh, Sister Wives. We're covering Sister Wives. Speaking of bad actors, we're covering Sister Wives. That's on our Patreon and Supercast. And then we're also covering 90 Day to Last Resort, which has been amazing. So there's that. And then you and I are going to be doing Married at First Sight. We have made the announcement.
I can't wait.
And I think I'm like 90% sure I'm going to put that on Patreon to replace Sister Wives, because Sister Wives will be going away in January. So yeah.
Makes sense. Guys, leave us a review.
Oh, yeah. Leave us a review. We've gotten some reviews. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick.
Oh, we did get a question. We were supposed to do Move Over Mary Brown last week, and somebody wanted to know what we do in our real lives. So we're going to answer that, just not today.
Yep, we'll be answering that. We'll be doing that 100%. Okay, so we got a review. Let me see. Oh, I love this review because they say Amy selects co-hosts who compliment her nicely and make me giggle.
Aww.
And that we have a degree of decorum, just a degree, not saying how much. So there we go. And this person clearly doesn't listen to you and I doing Virgin River recaps, where we're talking about men falling off the wagon and being out.
I mean, it is what it is, you guys. I can't help it.
But anyway, thank you to those people who've left a 5-star review. Please do so. If you have a 1-star review, maybe write that down and send it to me in the mail.
True. And more importantly, hop over to Patreon.
We have some fun over there. We're going to be doing Fridays with Friends, Move Over Mary Brown. That's the official name. I'm terrible at branding things, but that's what's happening. And, it's just a Friday chat. Yep. That's it. We're just shooting the shit.
Yep.
All right, Steph. I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be doing episode 4.
All right, man. Love you, Bones.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.